Hey Starlings, let's talk about Venus having gone into Aries. So you need to pick up my books to learn more about the planets and the signs, the planets, Astro Power, the signs, cosmic power, how it works in a birth chart, Star Power by Vanessa Montgomery. So let's get to it. It's a new cycle for Venus because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Venus is all about values, relationships, relating. It's also about aesthetics. That's why they talk about beauty, love, and beauty. It's how you relate. What's your relating style? It's the sign that Venus is in, which is Aries. So, Aries, of course, first sign of the zodiac, first fire sign. It is impulsive, impetuous, it's direct, it's bold. And I have to tell you, I feel that emboldenment. I feel quite emboldened around values, self-worth, my value, self-value. So think about that in your life. Go to where 0 Aries is in your birth chart. That's where Venus is right now, and look at that 30 degrees stretch. There's actually 4 planets there right now, so Venus is going to connect with each one of them on her journey through. This is really important. Where is it in your house, your life? Which house of your birth chart is feeling emboldened, is wanting to connect? That's where you're going to meet Venus as well as present as. So you could meet some really great, beautiful, aesthetic, but in an Aries way, Venus. You might want to relate in an Aries way. If you're single, go out and mingle in that area of your life. Also, where Venus is in your birth chart tends to be where you meet your partner. Just saying. You can book in with me through my website, astroallstars.com, to learn more. That is specific to you. I'd love to talk to you about your chart and your transits, hear what's going on for you, and work with the astrology. So astroallstars.com. Now let's talk about this Venus in Aries. I'm going to share my last couple of days. I do have a lot it's hitting off in my chart, so it's really sparking up my chart right now because of the all air and fire. So that's the bespoke nature of transits. I have Moon in Aries conjunct Chiron in the 11th house. So Venus currently is in my 11th house of larger social groups, friendships, all of that, but it's hitting off the rest of my chart, remember. So I had decided that I want to do some more, activations with other people, or be the astrologer at their activations, speaking, getting in amongst it with people, events. I want to do more events. I really enjoy them. So and just sort of more different types of work, writing, all the things. Bring it on. So they've been brought to me with a test, maybe because I have Chiron in Aries. So that's self-worth with the Venus, independence as well with Aries. So I've been offered jobs that I don't get paid for. In fact, one was for the privilege of writing for free. I had to pay them for their platform. They approached me. So I guess there's a lot of this, people trying to make money. It's just discerning, and Venus is about discernment as well, discerning what something is, because I've found that people that approach me, they're not clear or direct or say what that is, because they know you'll reject that. So I'm always polite and say, when you have the budget to employ me or to pay me or for my scope of work, which is advice from a wonderful Aries friend, Kimberly Dewhurst over at Star Sign Style. Interestingly enough, I've been consulting an Aries about this stuff, and she's been really helpful. It helps to talk about these things. So for the scope of work, that you're asking me to do, I wouldn't get an electrician over and say, here's my list of things I want you to do. You can pay me to do them, or just do them for free, please. That just no one thinks of doing that. So this is this self-value that I've been faced with immediately, and valuing my work. Obviously, it's not hard to say no. It's just work. It's trying to work through the confusion of what's their offer? What are they asking for? Because they're not entirely clear, because usually people don't mention the payment, which is strange. And I wonder if it's because it's a field dominated by women, and then it's this bias that we don't pay women or something. Your electrician trades is dominated by men, and people never assume that you don't pay them, or I think rarely. I'm sure their friends always ask them to do things, but one of these offers was through a marketing company for their client. So I assume the marketing company is getting paid and there's a budget there. So yeah, it's an interesting one. So that might not be how it comes through for you, or maybe it is depending on your chart and that area of life. So again, like I said, I feel really emboldened. Venus is actually conjunct Neptune, which I think may add to this confusion right now that I know I was feeling with these things. And but the emboldenedness is there because I've got the fire to spark and come back quite strong and sort of state my case. We can talk if you ever have this vibe. I'll also share, because I have moon in Aries, my gut instincts, the moon, is that I feel angry if it's not right for me. So when these things come in, I immediately feel angry and want to reject them. And that's my sign, just to hit trash. Really, I still go and, if there was even more, I'd just put them in trash, I suppose. But it's always worth checking, perhaps, and just letting them know for the future. But that feeling of anger and is a self-defense mechanism. That's the gut. It's there. The moon is there for you to protect yourself. It's a kind of back here. It's not conscious. You can't put your finger on it. You just have to trust it, So Venus in Aries, if you have Venus in Aries natally, you're having a Venus return. So what a beautiful time. The aesthetics is all about red and getting active. Get active with a partner or independently. This is a super independent sign. Does Venus want you to a romance, just generally, or Venus in Aries particularly? Not necessarily. It's about the style. It might be self-care. As Aries is about the self. It might be, well, what do you want to do? You go do that thing, and that's where you make those connections, right? Makes sense. You're also going to meet people that have shared interest in something, or perhaps even shared values, depending what it is. So, and Venus doesn't want you to do anything particularly, but you do have to serve these archetypes or serve these planets. You have to meet them. They're going to come for you. They come to meet you. So what is it in you that you're going to meet them with? How are you going to present at the altar of Venus in Aries? How are you going to do that? So what house of your birth chart is Venus moving through in Aries? What house of your birth chart has Aries on the cusp? Check my books, book in with me. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience of all of this, as Aries is just so ignited over this season. It's like, it may be Taurus season, but it's like Aries season has really extended into Taurus season. So currently the Sun and Uranus are in Taurus. So there's a lot of Aries with 4 planets pushing into that. So it's like active in nature. Why not? The picture I've used on the cover of this it sort of blends all of those things. We also have Saturn is still in Pisces for most of this month, and then it's going to go into Aries as well. So we're really gearing up for this ignition, this fire ignition, independence, new cycle, emboldenedness, valuing your independence. Chiron's still in Aries, so there's still pain and wounding around independence for people that perhaps lack it or push against a traditional bias of not having it. Getting paid, show me where's my money? It's Taurus season, so maybe that's part of the combination. Where's the money? Show me the money. Money talks. Let's get confident about talking about what am I bringing to the table. I know what you want from me, what you're getting. What am I getting out of this? What's in it for me?